Hey guys, well, I'm very excited to get with my friend Dennis Choy,
Yes.
coming all the way from California,
Mhm.
Saddleback Church.
Mhm.
And tables have turned, as we said, as we were talking, because he interviewed me last year. Now I get
Yeah,
to have the opportunity to
yeah,
interview you. But
yeah.
welcome again.
Oh, thank you.
Dennis, how many SALT conferences have you actually been with us?
Gosh, yes. I was thinking about the other day. I think I've been a part of 9 out of the 10. I think COVID was the one year when
You were not
nobody
here.
could come anywhere,
True.
and wasn't part of it. But yeah, I've been fortunate enough for you guys to be a part of this, and been amazing to see it grow and what it is. So thank you,
Yeah.
Angel. It's amazing.
I appreciate it. And we love having you every year. The wisdom and knowledge that you bring every year, we're just so grateful. And know that we would have had you in 2020 should you had been able to been able to travel.
Yeah.
But your role at Saddleback is pastor over production.
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit about that. What do you oversee there? How does
Yeah,
that
yeah.
come into play?
Yeah, so they currently oversee the Lake Forest campus, which is the sort of the main campus. We don't like to say that, but
Right.
that's where we broadcast from.
Okay.
And then there's 20 other campuses, 4 international, and the rest are 14 are in the Southern California area.
Mm.
And so it's all of those, and really I I try to lead it from a pastor's heart and not so much a
Right.
technology heart, because we've
Right.
got incredibly skilled people,
Yeah.
right? And amazing teams, and just the leadership, nurturing, and developing of them. The spiritual check on them is really what I try to do, because
Mm.
I mean I can't run stuff like these guys anymore. That
Mm.
was years ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Technology. So I just try to shepherd the teams, specifically in a production area, and try to speak their language. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. And then you were saying before we started
yeah.
recording the amount of people that you have under your team. Um, how do you keep everybody going and the
Yeah.
size of Saddleback and
Yeah.
you overseeing the whole thing?
Yeah, so it is complex, and it's in a high skilled area, which I
Hmm.
think our audience understands that. It's a little
Right,
different than I mean, not to put down anybody in any volunteer role, but like a group of ushers needs a little different attention than
right,
a group of high skilled audio video lighting
totally.
experts who are real focused in an area. And
Yeah.
so, to be honest, poking at them from a spiritual check and wellness part is
Mm.
not often the most the thing they hear first. So
Right.
it's been I've been able to do that, but check, again, still get them high skills and training and development, but really it's the check. I do a 1 to 5, a spiritual check. So
Mm.
instead of like, if I asked you how you're doing, the typical answer is I'm good or I'm fine.
So
And
good.
but you don't ever know, like, what does that mean? You're good or you're
Right.
fine. But if I say, give me a number from 1 to 5, how you're doing spiritually? You got to give me a
Wow.
number, right? And no
Wow.
matter what the number is, Joe Angel, they're not wrong. They could be a 1. I mean, people don't like to say that if they work at a
Right.
church, but if you are, it's like it's just the starting point gauge. So the next time I ask you, if you say a 1.5, hey, then that's good. We're helping, right?
Wow.
But if they say they're 1, then I go, hey, what's going on? We need to come on. We need to look at that and focus on that. So it gives you a gauge to know. So there's more conversation than I'm good, I'm fine. And that's what we typically
I
answer
love that.
with, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so really leading like that.
Yeah. I love that because then it's really just checking in on your people because if you have those that are serving, it's not just about the gift that they carry and what they're bringing to the table. You're
Yeah.
really caring about the well-being of them and their spiritual walk.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we are been blessed. We've been blessed to serve at a church.
Yeah.
We could serve at a company or a rental house or whatever it may be, and that's great too.
Right.
But since the charge for me is leading a team of people that work at a church, I want to make sure that they remember the calling. And
Right.
that's the first thing for them. So
I love that. Also, we chatted a little bit about the difference of what you were doing prior to 2020, what you did during 2020. So I want to touch on that a little bit. Tell us a little bit what you did during that time frame, and then I want you to touch on what you feel like overall production, where we're headed, where we're going, that you feel like you see.
right. Yeah, I think for most, if not all, churches actual in-person services either
Mhm.
slowed down or stopped.
Yeah.
And so what do? Well, a lot of churches decided to renovate, to work on some things, to do in-home location shoots for the weekends, right? And so it was a
Yeah.
lot of that pre and post-production stuff and running around, switching gears with all the teams, even volunteers, asking them to go deliver stuff if they can and drop it off because they're not running a console or running a camera anymore on
Right.
the weekend. And so it was a full shift, and then renovating a worship center during that time, and then building an outdoor venue to get things going. It was just a lot of different things, but we also upgraded some systems that were really old. Our camera system was 15 years old, and we put in the red Komodo, a film camera in a live broadcast setting, which back in 2020, that was not super easy. It's a little easier now, and Brad was a great partner with us, but it was a challenge to learn those and get those things working and going.
Yeah.
Which is what I think we talked about earlier, is like technology is changing still and getting more advanced.
It is.
And so there are volunteers that have served for years and years and years, and then you change systems and things, and you get equipment that's way different. And so kind of, what do you do now? What are you looking at now? How do they, and I truly believe, so if you've been serving for 20, 30 years in a production role at your church, and the technology has changed, I think there's still a place for you, obviously, in that, in your role. If your heart is just to make things better, can you become a volunteer coordinator or trainer, somebody that can help nurture this group, the group of creatives that are a little bit different, have a little different language, and have little different needs and love and encouragement, right? And so I think there are roles there still. We just have to think as churches how to create those for people. So
it's a place for everyone.
Yes, absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for, again, being with us here at SALT. We love having you per usual, and for your knowledge, wisdom, and everything that you share with us.
Thanks for having me, Angel. It's such an honor to be here.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.